As usual, just taking just a little moment to signal boost this out to a couple of people, so bear with me as I do that. I haven't streamed with this particular program that I'm using in a while, so it may, there may be some sound issues that we're gonna have to sort out or anything like that, but we'll work through it. I tested everything beforehand and it seemed like it was okay, so we'll see what happens. And with that, I'll go ahead and get started. Because I'm going to have a little bit of time between picking character and actually going. I would say it's kind of funky. In both meanings of the word. So on this game, we have two choices of characters. You can choose to play as Forte, also known more commonly as Bass, or you can play as hard mode. We're not going to be playing as Megaman for this one because I'm going to be breaking it down as we go through this game, but this game was not built with him in mind at all. So we are going to go ahead and pick Forte for this. Sorry, pardon the mouse clickies, but there we go. We're going to play one of the funkier titles in the Mega Man library here. So, Bass has a couple of things that he can do that was indicated by that little kind of intro thing. He can do a dash a la Mega Man X, and he can also fire in multiple directions. This is not a good place to represent that, so I'm just going to get to this next place. One other thing that he can do besides dashing out of a jump is he can double jump, which, if I don't screw up, is going to look really cool in a lot of places. The game just moves a lot faster and is more catered towards his moveset. Mega Man has all of his usual stuff. He cannot shoot in 8 directions, and he has the charge shot and the slide as opposed to the dash. So yeah, Bass can shoot in 7 directions. He can't shoot straight down, so he can't fire in 8. But his double jump is just pretty much the most broken thing in this game. One good thing I will say about this game is the hit stun isn't too bad. Getting messed up by trying to dodge a shot that I was anticipating sucks, though. That was 100% my fault. I get psyched out by that jump every single time. And all you, like, for that, literally all you have to do is just go for it, and, like, gravity will pull you out of the way of the bullet. And this is the first point that we actually have story point stuff going on, so this is going to be the first place where we actually kind of see what's happening here. Blues is Proto Man. That's just this is a translated version of the game. I don't think that there actually is technically an English translation. So this is just if I'm looking at the ROM here, the translation was done by Aeon Genesis. I should probably put that in my comment after this is done. He's got anime protagonist vibes, that's how. So this robot is called King, who is not Dr. Wily. So for the first time in the Mega Man series, we have an antagonist that is not Dr. Wily. His name is King. He is trying to take over. He's trying to build an army of indestructible robots. And Proto Man doesn't like that, so he's going to put a stop to that by getting cut in half. And this sets up how Bass actually plays into this whole entire storyline. His main motivation throughout this entire game is he wants to prove that he's the strongest robot out there. So, the first boss we fight is the Green Jelly, which doesn't even deserve to have the Devil title because this is the easiest boss in the game, no matter who you're playing as. Whoops, not quite in range, there we go. Proto Man's doing alright, he just gets his shirts half off now. Oh man, so I need to stop myself from like speed gaming through this because I need you to appreciate how dumb the stage select music is, so I'm going to try to remember to pause after that. The music in this game is actually pretty fine, like for the most part. It's a really weird sound font. It's not quite like the Mega Man 7 sound font or anything like that. The Mega Man Buster sounds and like I think the Met shots and stuff like that, there's a couple of things in here that are directly ripped off from the Mega Man 7 from the SNES era. So if you hear those familiar sounds, if you're a nerd like me and pay attention to that, then there you go. But yeah, like the music, like, you know, this one's okay. There's a couple of tracks in this game that are honestly like really good tracks. You just have to kind of get used to the fact that it's in this really weird kind of, you know, not quite Mega Man X, not quite Mega Man 7. This is going to be one of the few times in the game that we have to fight a painfully long boss because one of the criticisms I have of this game is a very strange one because I feel like the game is actually trying to discourage the thing that I usually do in a Mega Man game. So, a lot of times in Mega Man games that I play especially, I never use the weapons. And in this game, they wanted to combat that, and I'll be able to show that off in the next Robot Masters stage, but also take note how there is level design here, and how Bass just literally doesn't care, because he's Bass. This is Cold Man, he's literally a refrigerator. I actually wonder if I can... I want to try something. Okay, never mind. He's being a little bit of a jerk. I've actually never seen him use this, but what in the world is going on? I've never seen him use that ability before. I didn't know he had other abilities. Generally speaking, all this guy does is stands in one place and just sends those ice blocks everywhere. And, you know, like whenever he gets health, he'll set out one of those things, which is annoying. Man, I legitimately learned something new about this game today. Like, I had never seen him do that before. Was it because I was attacking the ice cube? Did they bind AI to this Robot Master to whether you attack his ice or not? I think that's what they did. Because that's the only thing that I did differently. Like, I usually don't try to destroy those. I can't even make my joke now about this boss has no attack pattern because he just proved me wrong and almost fucking scared the hell out of me. The weapon get music is pretty good. I don't mind this one bit. Alright, so I've forced myself to wait here for a pregnant moment, but this stage select music is abysmal. I hate this. Also, this is your stage select. I didn't actually go over that. There's those 3 down at the bottom in that weird crystal thing. In order for me to get to those Robot Masters, like if I wanted to do this first as Tengu Man, who is a Robot Master we'll see later, I can't get to him right now because this game's like, no, you don't get to. You don't get to pick who you go to. You get to pick between these 3 at first, and then whenever you beat one of these, you open up like another set of them, and then whenever you beat these, you open up the lower set. And then whenever you beat these, you can kind of go a little bit further, but it is so bad. Speaking of so bad, this guy has no AI for a separate reason. I need to make a disclaimer for this because, like, I may at some points actually make this game look easier than what it is, but here's an idea of the shit that you have to deal with. I'm just gonna go down there, and I'm just gonna buster this guy until he dies. It is about that long whether you use Bass or whether you use Mega Man. But let me show you this. This game makes certain enemies so weak against some of the weapons in this game. It is absurd. Also, shoutouts to skipping half of the level just because why not? And there are, like, you know, there are pitfalls in those, and if you hit them, you will fall into those spikes and die. So yeah, they wanted to combat people like yours truly from doing their, you know, tried and true trick of just always buster everything. And they chose to do that by making some of these enemies just stupidly weak against some of these things. I think I'm gonna have to start the whole stage over again. Okay, thank goodness. I remember the checkpoints in... It's only this level, but like I remember the checkpoints being particularly bad. Lost enough health to him. I'm just trying to blast through this. I'm getting completely killed as a result. Whew. Okay, we're fine. Hopefully. I just need this guy to play nice. Okay, yeah, there's a health pickup here. So if I don't kill those in time, they drop fire on the ground that turns the area into instant death. Which is what we like to call really fair game design. Because again, imagine this game as somebody who can't dash and double jump half of the encounters. I'm actually going to take a death to Burner Man here because I'm not going to use his weakness at this low health because his... I'll try to fight him Buster only with this, but like, he is just such a rough boss. So whenever he's dashing like that, I can't fully exploit his weakness weapon. like whenever he's doing that, I have, like, he'll take damage from it, but he doesn't take the best damage from it. So I have to wait for him to do one of two attacks. Either that one, or one of his dive attacks, like this. And then in that brief moment, I can catch him. I can also catch him right now, but I have to catch him before he jumps. I'm just gonna play it safe. Or just get killed by him. This is great. This, like, both times that I fight him in this run, it's gonna be hell. He is just a hellish boss. I stand by my earlier statement. I might make this game look easy, but this game is hell for all of the wrong reasons. That's how that room should have looked earlier. Literally just ignoring half the stage, that's all fine. Damn it, didn't get my jump in right there. Let's try not to lose all of my health through here this time. Only most of it. I think the thing that makes it frustrating is that, like, there's not really, like, a super easy telegraph to figure out, like, when he's going to do his, like, big attacks like that. And the fact that he's essentially immune to getting any sort of hit stun or anything whenever he's doing those attacks just means that his weapon weakness is all but useless. Alright, we've made it back to him pretty quickly, so... 3 whole lives, let's go. So I'm just gonna play this one super safe. And of course he's going to do the bullshit patterns now. Here we go. I almost caught him with it. You can kind of double up on those occasionally. It's all about, like, positioning correctly. There we go. That was a little bit less trash. He's such an annoying boss, though. Like, I can't stress that. Whoops. I minimized my window on accident. Yeah, so he dashes around and he'll either stop and throw grenades at you, which is a good attack. He'll jump into the air and dive down, which is a not great attack. And then he'll have a third one where he sets traps down, and then he starts shooting his burner at you, which your buster shots don't go through it, like they dissipate whenever they hit that. Like, he just has such a weird attack pattern, and then he does the dashing around, which I have to reiterate. Imagine doing that boss as Megaman, who does not have a double jump. Now, it is fun, like, don't get me wrong, like, playing the game as Bass is absolutely fun, and it is a joy, it is the way to play this game, but it also tears this game wide open. Like, they accounted for a character that has a double jump, and they still didn't account for a character that has a double jump. Like, I don't know of any other way to really say that besides how I did. Like, they knew that people were going to be using him for, like, advanced platforming and stuff, but I don't think they fully appreciated what having a character with a dash and double jump at the same time could really do to the game. Once again, those wells, they have a lot of health, but if you use the ice wall on them, they die instantly, basically. Alright, I need to do a dash jump here. Ah, damn it. Oh well. Checkpoint's not terribly far away. And, like, they tried to do that a little bit. Like, they tried to make some, like, alternating paths for each character that, you know, depending on who you play as, you're basically either going to be forced to take or, like, you know, consider taking one of two different paths, but they don't really do enough with that. So that's how that room looks whenever you do the cheesy way. And we're at the boss already. That was a good stage, huh? I honestly forget how short this stage actually is. It's not a good water level. So he's going to do one of two things this entire fight. He's either going to fire remote bombs at me, or he's going to try to get into a bubble. Occasionally he's going to raise the water level. Oh yeah, like, Pirate Man's music is one of the cooler tracks in the game. Like, they get this really, like, thumpy bass in there. It has some, like, really cool synthy noises. It's got a really nice, serene, watery theme. It's just, the level is bad. Oh yeah, the remote bomb is the weapon that you get from him. Debatably one of the most powerful weapons in this game. But why Pirate Man? If you pay attention to the bomb, they're not pirate-themed. There's nothing about pirates that makes me think, yeah, what if I had a grenade man weapon that I could control? It's okay though, at least we're playing a Mega Man game where the antagonist is somebody that isn't Dr. Wily for once. We've finally gotten out of that habit of having to make every single boss character in the game, like every end boss, always be Wily, so that's cool. Ice Wall's a really horrible weapon to use, but it is honestly, like, this game, like, that weapon carries you through the game, especially as Mega Man, who has no advanced platforming. You just use the ice wall, and all of his platforming is just so easy. I don't know how much health this boss has normally. It takes, like, something like... It was, like, either 200 or 800 buster shots to kill this boss normally. I want you to keep that in mind whenever I'm fighting this thing. It's dead now. 800 buster shots, and that's... It's either 200 or 800, and either of those are unacceptable. Like... Those are both, like, way too many buster shots. I'm gonna see if we can do this little, like... It doesn't save much time, but it's a fun little... There we go. Just skip that whole entire section. Whoops. Whoops. There we go. And honestly, like, I think, like, even 3 remote mines might be a little bit more than you actually need if you're, you know, timing it correctly. Like, I think you can technically do it in 2 remote mines, and it is just that stupid powerful of a weapon. Also, Groundman's theme is lame. It is just not very good. Groundman himself is really fucking cool. This is like one of my favorite themed robot masters in the game. We're gonna have to buster him a little bit, because I am about to run out of remote mines. Yeah, here we go. We're gonna have to... Oh yeah, like, there's a GBA version of Megaman and Bass, and I kind of lied earlier whenever I said they didn't release this in America. They did on the Game Boy Advance, and that version of the game is abysmal. You get like a quarter of the screen size, and it's just not great. I should also clarify about Groundman. I don't care about the part of the fight where he literally spends half of it unhittable. But I do love the idea of him, like, just turning into a gigantic fucking drill whenever he goes to the ceiling. That is really cool. Like, I like that for a Robot Master. Spread Drill's really cool, it's just that there's not a lot of things in this game that really take that much damage from it. Oh yeah, his theme is not great. So we're gonna see this place for the first time. So there is actually a store in the game, and we have to collect bolts to get things out of that store, but more importantly, this is how we're going to get to King later. We have to go through all of these little, like, puzzle areas. And we need to collect all of the weapons in order to collect these. Let's see, I'm pretty sure it's this one. And, like, the screen crunch is terrible for multiple reasons. Like, it makes things harder to see. Like, your draw distance is a lot shorter. Like, you can't see secrets, you can't see where you're supposed to go. That is a really... This is a really tight, like, area to navigate a remote mine through. I did this with Mega Man X5 as well. I was going to emphasize that this could take a minute, and then I just did it without even thinking about it. That is a lot harder than it looks. If you struggle here, I'm there with you. The first time took me my entire energy bar and then some to do. That was an accident. Please don't kill me. So there, like, you know, we get like 100 bolts every time we get one of those, and we've actually unlocked some stuff in the shop that I'm going to go ahead and grab. There's not a whole lot on this tier that I can get, but I do pick up the energy balancer, as well as the hyper dash. This makes me zoom faster. It also makes me, whenever I pick up energy of any kind, it'll just automatically refill into my weapons. Let's see. Okay, yep. Do you like auto-scrollers? Because this game has auto-scrollers in it. I was practicing this earlier, and like I whiffed it a couple of times, and I was just like, just watch. I'm gonna emphasize how stupid difficult this is, and I'm gonna first try it. So these balloons here are definitely there for Mega Man, because Bass does not need those balloons. These balloons he needs, because you can't make it across this otherwise, but the ones at the beginning of the stage, he does not need. He has such a stupid amount of platforming. And honestly, like, Tengu Man's fight is pretty good, too. Like, ladders are really weird. Oh man, that's the first time I've ever lagged the game. Did I just go through that platform? Oh, it felt like I was going to. Tengu Man is just such a genuinely fun boss to begin with. Like, he's definitely like one of my favorite ones. He has just such a doofy look about him, and like, I don't know, like there's just something about Tengu Man that is just great. Like, whoever designed him, like, they did a great job. I think the one thing I can say good about the GBA version is the music in that one was like just a little bit better overall. Tengu Man's a cool fight. Watch him not have a pattern. It is a much better weakness for him than in Mega Man 8, where his weakness is the weapon that crawls along the ground. Interesting fact, I'm not sure if you already knew this one, but he has two different themes in Mega Man. Oh yeah, the Mega Man 8 pattern in the Mega Man 8 Sega Saturn theme for Tengu Man is one of the coolest themes ever. Like, I love the Mega Man 8 Sega Saturn Tengu Man theme. I haven't done Mega Man 8 on this channel, have I? Gonna have to fix that. If I knew I could do it, like, in a reasonable amount of time, I would just do it alongside this game. Unfortunately, like, I need to go back and practice that one, and oh jeez. If those guys grab me, my bolts are gone, and that is bad. Once again, just go on those jumps, unless you fuck up like that, and you can make them with bass. Like, it is stupid how, like, platformy he is. Yeah, I don't go out of my way to play Mega Man 8, but it's not a bad game. It's just, I'm not a big fan of the weapons in the game. One other thing I can say about this game is the hit stun's pretty forgiving. As you saw there, like, I completely, like, messed up there and essentially, like, got hit while I was, like, making that jump, and it just didn't matter because you just take the hit, you get stunned for like a second, and then you don't get knocked back hardly at all. Like, it is very forgiving hit stun. Just like almost everything in this game, one ice wall puts them down really hard. I wanted that health. That's fine, we'll see what we can get from these guys. Nothing. What's my lives look like? Can I take a... Oh god, yes I can! Well, Tengu Blade's a pretty, like, ammo-efficient weapon. We'll give this a shot. God, I need to stop getting hit by magic card. It's really hard to explain, like, on the fly, but with the Tengu Blade, there's a like hit lag afterwards, and if you just hit him while he's on the ground like that, you're going to get caught by the magic card. So like I have to time this to where like I do like a jump, hit him with it, and then like on the way down. There we go. Alright, I ran out of... Oh, I don't like this. Oh, jeez. Okay, at least those don't, I'm kind of having to wing this on the fly because I've never run out of ammo on him before, which I regret immediately now. This fight's a lot more chaotic whenever he actually does moves. Oh god, that's what's causing those. Okay, well, we're gonna have to just be really careful with this. We're gonna have to actually analyze his pattern. Basically, anytime I shoot him, he's either gonna throw a magic card or he's gonna throw one of those orbs. Or he's gonna throw birds. Lots of birds. I'm gonna die to him this time. Also, there's no, like, weapon tanks or anything in this game, like, at least, not normally, so... This is gonna be a blast. This is not good. I'm gonna use all of those lives on Magic Man, I'm calling it now. After I beat Magic Man, there's not gonna be much of an issue with this anymore. So all I have to do is just very carefully use my shots on him and don't try to get too greedy with them. I don't know how to dodge that attack though, that's what's really killing me. Let's see. Oh yeah, I'm wearing down those lives I collected now. I don't think there's a secondary weakness either. Oh, actually, no. Oh, jeez. This sucks. Well, at least we found a secondary backup weakness to him. I guess while we're going through this, weapon weakness-wise, he's about 50-50. Like, his weapons, like, the weapons in Megaman and Bass aren't awful. They're also nothing really to write home about. Here we go. We got him. Whew! I am not a fan of him. A little bit, yeah. He's supposed to be weak to Tengu Man, but I ran out of ammo for that. After foolishly being like, I can probably use it, it's fine. The weapons in this game are 50-50. They're either really valuable and you will use them for everything, or they are absolute garbage and you won't use them for anything. The remote bombs are really good. Let's see. Whoops. Sorry, menuing is hard. We'll grab this first, since this will be the most immediate thing. We'll grab the rest later. I could technically go ahead and just grab it and have it, but it's whatever. I'm not gonna need that. The magic card, the burner wave, and the copy vision are pretty useless attacks except for niche situations. But then you have things like the remote bombs and the ice wall that you'll be using all the time. Also, I picked up a thing that gives me an infinitely more powerful base shot, so that's kind of what I picked up from the shop there just now. My shots are beefier and bigger and just more powerful. Yeah, I was gonna say, that wall technically drops enemies, but we just go through it so fast as base that we just never see it. So here's one of the cool perks about Magic Card. You can grab items through walls a la Boomer Coinger's Boomerang. Do you like Yoku blocks? Okay, me either. Alright, this one we kind of have to. I say kind of have to, but... Like I said, like they very clearly designed this game with bass in mind, but then like even with all of the decisions that they made, he's still so good. Now this weakness doesn't make any sense. I don't know why Astro Man is weak against magical cards. I do feel like this Astro Man fight's a little bit more sensible as well, though. Like, his Mega Man 8 fight is just such a weird thing. Like, he doesn't really, like, do hardly anything in that fight, whereas this one, even with his weakness, you know, he's doing things. It's still not a super exciting fight, but it's still a lot better than the other one. So if he didn't spend half of the fight just dipping down at me, we would have seen a symbol or like a little like hint as to what weapon he gives us, but we killed him too quickly. We're just too dang good. Like I said, copy vision is okay, it's just not great. Here's a fun, annoying boss. His name's Dynamo Man. His stage is pretty fine, and I actually don't mind his theme here. Like, it gives me that sort of like Mega Man 7 sound font vibes. I think it's Junkman's theme is what it reminds me of. I can't remember if that's it or not. But yeah, the Bass Buster here pretty much making a mockery of any and everything in this level. If you stand on that conveyor belt, not actually running on it, but just standing and existing on it makes it to where the conveyor belt gets faster and faster. So even though I'm already doing dash jumps anyways to kind of get through faster, I'm also kind of doing it to avoid having to deal with that. This boss sucks. Because of this attack right here. Oh yeah, that's right. This is the one where you jump down here. If I recall correctly, for this one I go... Oh! Nope. That's fine, I needed to reset my lives at some point anyway. I've almost memorized that in the dark. Obviously if I would have waited like 5 seconds, the light would have reached that and it would have been fine. I just wanted to see if I could be fancy with it, which it did not pay off. I actually forgot that I had ran out of life, so that's whatever. We get to see the dumb mini-boss again. That's cool. They literally made those platforms so that Bass could jump over that. Like, there is no reason that those platforms exist otherwise. You can definitely imagine what a speedrun of this game looks like with the Bass tech, like... Alright, let's try this again with a little bit less dumbing. Oh shit. Whiffed my jump. I might slow down through this part just to get through it so I don't, like, screw up and have to do this a third time. I was actually going to collect that. So for this one, yeah, we jump down here. This is the one I'm going to be careful on. I know that there's a ladder over there that I have to go to. Okay, that's what killed me last time. I just jumped whenever I should have just ran to the ladder. Alright, we're good. We made it. So now the conveyors are pointing in the direction we want to go, so it's not such a bad idea to stay on them a little bit now. This boss sucks. So this boss can heal itself. Because why would I want to have a fair fight with a boss? Oh god, what are you doing? You know what? I think this one's a bust. I'm just gonna... I was really scared that I game overed right there. So he has a lot of weird attacks that are not impossible to dodge, they're just not great to dodge. On top of that, he has something he's going to do at halfway, which is the heal that I mentioned. If you don't use copy vision on that, those don't get absorbed, and he decides instead he's going to shoot lightning at you that is almost impossible to predict or dodge. Right there. Oh god. And there you have it. I have no way of knowing where that's gonna go. I think it just spawns on top of me, but I have no way to know. Fuck him. He's usually not that bad, but like the refight of him is a little bit easier whenever I have the other item that I need. That makes it to where I consume a little bit less ammunition on my weapons. Again, I actually do like that they kind of try to emphasize a little bit more weapon usage. It's just, most of the weapons in this game have way too few charges. Like, the remote bombs are okay, like, the ice walls are at least, like, fairly balanced, but everything else is really, really expensive to use. Alright. We actually have enough to get the final thing I'm gonna get, but... You know what, I'm gonna use my other bolts for whenever I do this other part on some lives. Alternatively... Yeah, you know what? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to the first King stage, and then I'm going to just game over there, and that'll refill all of my weapons from here, because this doesn't count as a stage, so whatever weapon energy I use is not going to be recovered whenever I go into the king stages. Alright, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go into the King Stage 1, and we're just gonna do that to refill our health. And that'll give us a fresh set of lives as well. It's probably fine. Oh no, spikes! So this being the glorified Wily stage, they expect you to use like Ice Wall to get up that. They expect you to use Ice Wall to get through the invisible floor there. Bass does not give a shit. Oh man, farming lives. Definitely don't regret doing this now. If I was just a smidge faster, I could have beaten that one. I don't like Yoku block sections, so we're just not gonna do them. This whole entire section you can skip. You can actually skip that section as Mega Man as well. It just requires you to use the lightning strike to do it. I don't know what the move is actually called, but I'm just going to call it the lightning strike because that's what it is. So this king stage is actually okay, like this one is fine. The one I can't wait to deal with is the one after this. Oh man, what does this darkness mean? Why did they do the spotlight for? What's going on? It means nothing. Ooh, I got that one too high. Actually gonna go ahead and switch over to this as well. So on this boss, in order to actually get his hitbox to show up, you have to stand on this platform which lifts him up. Obviously, if you hit the lava down there, you die. Fun fact, whenever the boss dies, that doesn't go away. Like, that platform is going to surprise me. Oh my god, stop doing missiles, please. Man, he wanted me to die in that lava. Holy shit. He wanted me to die there. What we are coming up on is the most infamous level of Mega Man and Bass. This could look easy whenever I do it, and you know, if you know the weaknesses and everything like that, it's not too bad. That doesn't excuse what it is, though. Oh man, I forgot. He respawns hella close. So with the energy balancer pickup that we just acquired, weapon energy is really, really not as big of an issue anymore. Like we've eliminated that entirely. I shouldn't say entirely, but like 90% of our woes involving weapon energy are gone. Alright, we're already at the boss. This boss has no health bar. He has 3 separate attacks that he can do. We're just gonna have to see what one he gives. Okay, we're gonna get rid of this one first, actually. You can imagine trying to hit that top part while he's doing all of this. It is as unfun as it sounds. I'm waiting for him to pop his top off again. Not that one. There we go. I knew he was like one away. Do a little bit of cheese here. I don't think that one's high enough, but we'll see. Oh no, we got it. I think one more of those will do it. One more. I'm just gonna stop saying one more because I'm just gonna be wrong every time today, I guess. There we go. Okay, we got lucky and we're able to spam those that time. I usually don't get that. Do you see that little glint in his eye? So that was a pretty intense boss fight. I mean, like, I didn't take much damage from it, but I did take damage from it. And, you know, knowing the fight, that's, you know, I should have a little bit lower health than that. That's just a checkpoint. So, okay, yeah, like, this stage is just a little bit long is all, you know, like, what's so bad about that? You know, like, is there gonna be 2 bosses in here? That's not too bad. Why does that suck? Actually, I'm gonna go for that. Okay, we're doing another boss here. Whenever you do this as Mega Man, you actually get a platform pretty much like right there would be one, right there would be one, so on and so forth. They know that Bass has the double jump and the dash jump, so they give him less platforms. Oddly enough, this is the easier version of the fight. Unless you nearly pull a me and completely whiff that jump like I almost did. The game allowed me to be alive. Well-placed lightning strike, and we don't have to worry about stopping the charge there. Enjoy flashbangs. We killed him before he could do his worst attack. He can actually shoot his fists and destroy those platforms, and that is not good. I will reiterate, that boss is hell. I made it look fairly painless, but that boss is hell. Why is this stage still going on? I mean, like, at least, like, you know, if I game over and have to continue at this point, which, you know, I've got 5 lives, so the chances of that happening are pretty minimal. You know, but if I got to this far and I used all of my lives killing the second boss, you know, surely the game's gonna be gracious enough to checkpoint me here, right? If this were a good game, that's what it would do. I think that's like the only ice block that Bass actually has to use, and technically he doesn't actually have to. I just always prefer to, rather than switching to ice wall and trying to be quick and speedy about it. So now we fight King. King who is not Dr. Wily. Well, I do appear to be doing damage to him. So that part didn't really matter. I'm pretty sure you can just dodge that whole entire time and be fine. I don't know if you actually have to fight him or just wait it out. But Proto Man's coming back for revenge, and he's not really holding out much better. I will say one thing about this game. They do capture the essence of Proto Man, like with his broken power core and his ability to do this overcharge. Also, Bass cusses. Alright, let's see what his ultimate attack is. He's Vegeta. And he's back on the ground. Although this time he still has his legs. Bass is just like, that was kinda cool. Okay, so this is the final boss, right? You get to this point, and you know, like you fought so much, like you did like that gauntlet and stuff like that, and you get a freebie boss fight, and like this is gonna be the end of the stage, and it's gonna be fine. Whoops, didn't mean to skip that. He's nice enough to rescue Proto Man. But who is it that built you, King? It was Wily all along. I can't believe it. So just a little friendly reminder. Let's say I made it to this point. I have like no health left. Like let's pretend like I have like 1 hit to death now. I'm on my 0th life. I've made it through this entire gauntlet of a level. I've made it through all 3, like all 2 of those robots and then also King. You get to this point. If I game over right now, I would have to do everything in this section all over again. The tank, the flying bit, the King fight, the level, all of this. We actually do have to kind of care about the laser blast now. That attack sucks. I hate it. Whenever he opens up his fists like that, it is the worst. The rest of his attacks aren't too terribly bad. Also, whenever you get him to his final hit before he goes down, he doesn't have invulnerability frames. That's why he, for a moment, had 2 health and then didn't. King tells you, get out of here. Damn it, King. Bass makes it this far and he just starts cussing like a sailor. Don't worry, you get out first. I'll follow right behind you. Haha, you idiot. I don't have a teleport device. Not that it matters, because if you load your save and then do this, you still have to do all of the stages over again, which, it's Dr. Wily. It was always Wily. We knew it was Wily. I want to point something out during this boss refight section. I meant to bring this up earlier, but I forgot to, so now's the good chance for it. Pay attention to the boss theme, which, by the way, like, I don't like the boss theme in this one. It's okay, it's just not great. But pay attention to the boss theme, and when I gain the ability to fire. Like, I'm going to be holding in the fire button as soon as I go through the gate. Pay attention on this boss. He goes a little bit faster now that we have the improved Bass Buster. Whoops. Whiffed my double jump on that. So, like, before the main crux of the theme plays, fuck Yoku blocks. Before the main crux of his theme plays, we're already, like, kind of in the boss fight. And if I remember correctly... Oh, no, I don't. So right about here is where I was starting to fight him now. We are about, like, you know, we're well into, like, the main melody of the boss fight, and that's when you gain the ability to on Astro Man. Oh, we'll actually get to see copy vision now. At least for a little bit. Uh-oh. Whew. I whiffed my jump just a little bit there, and I wasn't sure if I was actually going to make that or not. Oh, just give me a health, please. Damn it. I might actually die on this. Yep. I repositioned my copy vision, and that caused that caused the electrical thing to reposition where it goes. That's fine. We go in with extra ammunition now. Extra health, extra ammo. Well, not extra ammo. We started at full to begin with, but still. That's a really good attack for him to do because he just stands there. See, that's the big, like, issue with the weakness for him. Is just the fact that it relies on you to use it so much, especially whenever he starts, regenerating his health. That's what makes his weapon so rough whenever you don't have the energy balancer thing on that I do. I wonder who we're gonna go and fight next. Probably Dive Man. I'm actually going to stop for those items. Mostly for the health. Because we're going up against this asshole. Let's see if I can get a better fight out of him. Look how quickly he's ready to fight. We haven't even started the intro theme thing yet. There we go. Oh. Oh my god, I didn't even realize that could happen. I'm gonna die on him. I almost got him in the cycle. If you stand right at the right spot and wait, you know, perfectly, you can avoid his, like the iframes on his stuff. Also, if you use magic card too fast, then you just don't get to, if you use magic card too fast, it goes up, and then you just don't get to use, the grabby part of it. Alright, Burner Man round 2. Okay, this is a good one. Didn't get it that time. Oh, thank you. You're giving me a really blessed pattern this time. He felt bad for me for messing me up so badly the other time. if we try to kill this thing, then we just essentially, you know, he has to respawn, so... We kind of have to wait for him to do all of this. How many lives do I have left? 3. Good, good, good. Alright, we still have a few more Robot Masters. Let's see if I can get a good fight on him. That's a little bit more what that's supposed to look like. A perfect pattern, you just keep jumping and dodging all of his attacks, but I choked really hard on him both times this time around. We've seen how hellish of a fight he can be without that, though. So with Groundman, whenever he tries to go underground or above ground and he has a remote mine on him, that's whenever he kind of does his hit stun there. It's because he's attempting to go underground or above ground, and he just can't. Unless we miss. That's a little bit more what his fight's supposed to look like. I'll just eat the damage there. Also, these Wily themes are just nothing special. Am I still at 3 lives? Okay, yes, good. I am not going to fight him this time. As we listen to Bass yell at Dr. Wily off screen. Alright, I'm just gonna let him murderate me. Alright, there we go. I am not gonna do a Wily fight like that, so... Just like everything else in this game, he is weak against the remote bombs in this form. And because we're using Bass, all of his attacks are just like, just double jump to dodge. Now, fortunately, they were smart enough to acknowledge that this fight was already hellish enough with no recovery items and stuff like that, so... Oh man, I'm gonna die. Actually, I'm gonna cheese a little bit. Or he can just spawn on top of me, that's cool too. Alright, we're gonna try not to take as much damage during this part. Keyword try. That is like the one attack that I genuinely don't like to deal with, because that's the one that is just like... I'm not entirely sure what the strategy for avoiding that one is. We're gonna do the same. We're gonna do the same trick here. Whew! I had a little miniature heart attack there. I forgot that his weakness with this form is the magic card. Oh god, I hate that attack. Almost as much as I hate that one. One more will do it. There we go. I don't know what I was going to do if I ran out of ammo for that. Just scream and cry, I guess. This isn't an easy game. This is probably, like, in terms of difficulty, like, I would put this about at Mega Man X6 level. Because all of this stuff that, you know, like, makes the game look easy was figured out just by, you know, like, watching a ton of videos and, like, figuring everything out. And I'll reiterate, Bass is easy mode. He's fun as hell to control, and, like, I am so upset that we don't have a Mega Man game that features Bass in a form like this that is playable and also a good game. Because Bass is fun as hell to play in this. And, like, he gets some fun toys, like, you can get a gospel, the treble, rather, in the American release. His dog, he gets to turn into, essentially, the Mega Man 7 flying armor, and it's not the best thing in the world, but it's still a fun toy. I guess while there's, like, actual story stuff going on here, Bass basically tells Wily not to pull a stunt like that again. Wily was like, oh no, I was just testing you to see if you were the strongest robot, and it turns out you are, but now I'm going to make a stronger version of King. To which Proto Man comes in and goes, nah. It's a fun gameplay experience if you play as Bass. I don't think I'm going to do a Mega Man version of this just because it's the same exact game with just Mega Man storytelling instead of Bass storytelling, and like the story isn't really that good. You basically get the same exact flow of events except with a lot less cussing. Proto Man ends by asking Bass how come he can't beat Mega Man, and it's because he doesn't have anything to fight for. Bass doesn't listen in typical Bass fashion. Also, there's collectibles in this game. I forgot to mention that. Alright. That's Megaman and Bass, Rockman and Forte. At this point, in terms of Mega Man games, I've got Mega Man 8. I've got Mega Man 9? And Mega Man 10, I believe, to run through. I actually think I've hit one of those. I think I did Mega Man 9 already. But I've got one of those left. I've already done Mega Man 11 before. I've got Mega Man X8, which... that one I'm actually kind of excited about, because as I've alluded to a couple of times, it's not Mega Man X6 or Mega Man X7. But with that being said, thanks for tuning in. I don't know when the next one's going to be, so we'll figure out, you know, like what that's looking like sometime later. But I think Mega Man 8, I think, is going to be the next in line. So just be looking forward to that, and I'll see you guys later.